Incineration Nation, your boy is back. This is the special replay crew show I like to do for all the awesome people in the Netherlands and UK, everybody who all over the place who has to watch at 3 in the morning or the next day. This is your chance to play live ball. And of course, everyone else is welcome. Dude, it's cold. Looks like it's going to storm. We'll see. I thought for sure it was going to be raining, so I didn't think I'd get out. Hello. Hi, Mary. Hi, really. It's like 52 or something. Hi, Pink. Hi, David. 52 degrees, I think. For you know, people out here, that's cold. I know someone in Minnesota is like, what? All right, Toronto. Hi, David. Hi, Jen. Plus, I figure I'm up at the crack of my ass every morning anyway. I might as well get out here. All right, hey girl. Good. Hi, August. Hi, Lorraine. I hear you, Annie. I wonder if they're just selling parking spots. I was shocked by how few public I saw walk into Austin. And, you know, they had to borrow staff, you know, Sea Org from everywhere just to open it up. I think those people are going to be going back to where they came from soon. I'm with you, Mary. Hi, Liberty. Hi, David. See that sign? That's why I wrote Curious SPTV Foundation. I love cracking myself up. Because it's totally normal to have those kind of cameras facing the sidewalk and in between low-end apartment buildings. Again, no one tries to hide anything they're proud of. I don't care what a policy letter says. I don't care what a bulletin says. And everybody knows this. If you're proud of something, you don't hide it. You know, they should have told everyone, come on in, take a look for yourself, you know. Blah, 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 blah. They did this exactly wrong. And you know what? The people who are trying to defend the place know it. But if you're forced to use tech, nothing can work. Nothing. Little bit of common sense, things work pretty easy. Hi, Karina. Like I say, there's no possible way. And everyone who was in this mess from 78 to 93 knows what I'm saying is true here. There's no way any of this would have happened back then. We would have walked out strong side by side and taken care of it. Okay? Here, you know, when you only have a few students, you know, I remember when there was 10, 15, you know, public for every staff member. It's got to be the opposite right now. And try getting got to keep track of that transmission so I don't get cut up here. When I see it, I'll stop talking and then start when it's good. All right, Netherlands. Hi, Fluffer Squirrel. I mean, most people are scared of the police, okay? That's how it's supposed to be. If you're a good person, you probably are frightened by them no matter what. But the point is, there's nothing they can do that's going to stick. Especially because, you know, from the second we walk out of our cars, we're streaming. You know, you can't say we did something we didn't do. I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Every second is recorded. You know, so, but if they want to, you know, keep making this thing get bigger and bigger and bigger, then they should keep doing what they've been doing. Because that's all that's happened. And you know, another, there's a couple, I've been thinking about this. There's more than one way to admit that Scientology doesn't work when you are in it. Okay? And one of them is not going on course, or what they call staying on lines. If you were getting the gains that were promised, they couldn't keep you off lines. I'm telling you, the way they tell you to make it go right and get the money no matter what, hook or crook, get in here, get well. If it worked, forget about it. And that's why you get through the explanations I've given you to get, through your first year of Scientology. I've basically gone through with a fine-tooth comb how it all works. And anyone who doesn't know can go to any of my live streams that do not have the Blue Building or Celebrity Center on the picture. Anything other than that, I'm going over the bridge, okay? The courses themselves and what you can expect and what you do and what it does. But the reason you can sit home, and half of Scientologists have money on their account and that they haven't used, okay? And they're happy to do that because there's no gains. If you were actually, and plus everyone hearing my voice that's in this thing right now, who's not officially out, you all know at least one clear. You probably know a bunch of them. Do they never get sick? Ever? Do they have perfect recall? Of course not. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, God. It is the most popular book on the mind ever written. You're right. That's LA Days. People there are getting honest wins, because it's general and it's easy stuff. It's easy to digest. It's real. It's applicable. Your first couple of courses after your ruin, is found on the personality test. Those do work. Courses like Stop Being an Idiot, Look, Ma, I stopped drinking. Courses like that. Any attempt you make to better yourself, it's going to have a reaction. It's going to make a difference. But then I've gone over it all so you guys can see what all these drills are for, these regimens are for. But if the stuff was working, you couldn't keep people out of here. Okay? I've known a ton of clears and a ton of OTs who are just as unhappy as my absolutely damaged ass, So, hi, Linda. Hi, CB. Hi, Moni. Yeah, so if you could be, I knew so many people who had their next service paid for, but were avoiding it like Aaron avoided getting auditing. Okay? Why would that happen? Why would that be the case if it worked? So if you're not on lines aggressively going up the bridge, which we all know does not take more than a couple years, if you're really working it, 2-3 years, you can really haul ass if you're working it. The normal person takes 10-15 years just to get through, maybe up to and through Ned, because it's just, if they do it at all. 99% of people do not come back here and have money on their account. That would never happen if this stuff worked. That's an absolute certainty. Oh, look. Someone's going to find out they are exactly who they were the second they got here. Fantastic. Wow. They got to take the big confront van from now on. Fire up the silver van. The drinking game starts. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. My peeps in the Netherlands, they need to start tipping it back too. Let's see. Well, that's not only are you right, Mayor Z, but even if you did follow it, you wouldn't get anything. I'd like to know, what did he have done to his wife? Huh? Oh, what happened to Shelly? Is that what you're saying? I remember there's people all around here chilling, the cafe. But you know what it was? It was, there was still hope, okay? There was still hope. Now, there's zero. There's just victims, you know? And no one signed up to follow people whose families were destroyed and want to make sure other people don't, you know, get the same awful scenario. You know, no one wants to, you know, no one signed a billion-year contract so they could do that. You know, but it's when you're around other people who are faking the gains, that's what you do. If you were around people who never did any of this nonsense, you would immediately admit, yeah, I can't do anything. Plus, they would say, dude, hit me with it. Let me see you do something. I mean, you can't even rock the any parlor tricks. Nothing. Now, here's the question. The silver van dude, I don't think he gets here this early. Yeah, I know. Umbrellas. I mean, you couldn't keep people from being outside before. It was, oh, here comes Silver Dude. Now they had to wake his ass up. They said, is that Eric Rader? Oh, crap. I talked to protesters as a kid. I mean, think about it. That 17-year-old did 100 times better job than anybody else. But it's not that people are under their own free will. Like the guys who are running around taking off, you know, the in charge of getting rid of posters. I promise you, their stats were down. Okay? They didn't want to have to do that. They had no choice. Hi JFIE. Hi Jody. Here's another thing that we all know inherently. People do not commit to a cause the way we have when it's not real. Okay? You know, anyone, like, I mean, Scientology will put together some nonsense to make Narcanon or CCHR or the Way to Happiness look, you know, like it's bigger than what it is, which is nothing. So people do that kind of stuff, but the boots on the ground, the hard work, you know, this is being done everywhere. People don't do this because they have nothing to do. I got way better stuff to do, like lounging. Okay, and you just inherently know this. You know, and never forget, they're all these people know they're treated like crap. They would never admit it because you'd be it'd be the end of you. Okay, but they all know they're treated like absolute crap. Okay? Doesn't matter if you've been in 20 years. Like, you never get the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, if you're a cop and you've been on 20 years, you can tell the sergeant just about anything, and he or she'll go, okay, just out of respect. You never get that respect here, ever. You know, without the fear, this thing doesn't work. So, you know, they always keep the fear in full effect. And you know, every time you've ever attested to anything at the end of any course, you read that end phenomena when you start. This is what's supposed to occur after finishing this course. It never happens. Ever. I mean, I guess you could sort of jack around and say the communication course so a little bit, because some people, you know, if you're truly introverted and you never ever talk to anyone ever, you know, you might be like, well, I got some wins out of that, you know, but that's about it. And maybe even a student hat, because truthfully, even though the course has ulterior motives, which have nothing to do with you being able to study, it's simply making darn sure it's another preemptive strike that if you ever say this is stupid, it's because you don't understand it and not because it's stupid. You know, but you still get some, you know, if you never knew how to study, which most people don't, you know, it does help. It does help. But then again, another thing is you normally don't see things as, I'm just getting some water. You don't normally, when you're studying something, the people aren't using absolutely archaic nomenclature. You know, they're not trying to find 37-cent words for no reason. Hubbard loves doing that. Well, it's also that's a good question. Hey, girl. One thing they do is they keep you so busy and what they call interbulated. You know, you're dealing with 15 unworkable things at once that you're responsible for. And never forget, anything they say you need to take responsibility for. Whether you have anything to do with it or not, you best believe you're going to take responsibility for it. So, they get you so busy fighting for Thursday at 2 to get your stats up, that you don't have time to do anything. And just being beaten down consistently, it saps you of your strength. It saps you of your hope. Yep. That's right, Linda. Yep. And the other thing is, how many times have you taken on something literally alone? I mean, normally you're able to bounce it off a friend, Get some good advice. Take your time. Consider your options, etc. If you're in here, otherwise known as North Korea, you can't tell anybody anything. You can't run anything by anyone. Okay? And even if you think someone won't rat you out today, they might have to tomorrow. That's the culture. And that's, again, what the PTSSP course is for, which I went over 2 days ago. It's to get you used to being able to leave someone at the altar, just bail on people. You have to develop that in order to rat people out, etc. These are all super negative things that are just not normal. They have to be trained in you because you're basically good. And that might be the only thing Ellerate said that was ever correct. And of course, he didn't come up with it, because I believe people are good too. I think you have to mold them into this, or else there wouldn't be all these courses. There'd be one course: how to be a complete robot. How to be a total dick. Volume 1. That's it. But no, they have to give you 6-7 different courses. Okay, with the explicit intent of sapping your will and making it, just where you're not thinking correctly. And then, like I said, you're so busy hoping to get off of beans and rice and not to be thrown into liability or some ridiculous condition that you're going to spend the next 2 weeks or a month fighting your way out of. That's why this SPTV Foundation, it's imperative, and without something like that, I don't know how anyone ever got out of here, quite frankly. I don't. But it's still super scary. Super scary. I mean, you are on your own. You are on your own. Super duper duper scary. That's a really good point, CB. Really good point. You used to see cars with the Scientology symbol on them all over the place. License plate holders, stickers. You can't find one. And this is Mecca. You can't find one. It is a different culture. What I can't get over, though, is, like, you can say anything to a new person, so I can understand they could pull the wool over people's eyes at LA Day. But I don't know how that works at AO. Like, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you've had all the advanced training there is. You know, you So let's scurry into this van and hide. I don't know how they reconcile that. The PTSSP course I talked about 2 days ago, that is literally the course where they teach you how to shatter suppression. And you do that with your training regimens. That must be minus TR0, the one where you hide in the van, because I never saw that one. But I would refuse. I would say, I've already spent $1.5 million, a dozen years of my life, and you don't think I can walk to that parking lot 30 yards away, without being able to handle it? That's ridiculous. But like, you could BS that guy just walking into LA Day right now. Just the simple fact that no one has ever attained the gains you're supposed to get at the appropriate levels. That's really all that should matter to anybody. But, by the time you've done the first 5-6 courses, they basically have you, already twisted. So you don't have any people, the people that you can rely on to tell you this thing is psychotic are gone. The people you can rely on, you've already kicked out of your world. Oh, really, Mersey? I didn't know that. Good morning, Amy. Yeah, you don't have to close people, on stuff that works. You know what I mean? You don't need a whole spiel. Oh, food drive. Okay, Saturdays. But something they're not going to have any part of. Okay. And there are things, like I said, that are just inherent truths. Like, you couldn't keep people from talking about how wonderful this is. You just couldn't do it when I was in. People would have walked out and said, this is the greatest thing ever. And it's totally okay if you don't want any part of it. And you would have said, huh, guy makes a lot of sense for being a weirdo. And then next thing you know, you don't even think he's weird. You just think, he hasn't found out yet. When you react to things, like the dumbest thing they do is the swatting and all that. That is the absolute, that's what's created this entire movement. It's literally created it. Everyone becomes twice, 3, 10 times as big after a SWAT. But what's worse, you don't want people to think you're afraid of them knowing what you're about. What church has ever been afraid? I could go to any church anywhere and just stand in front and film and say, I just want to film, the Lord's house. And they'd say, great. If you need some water or something, let me know. If you need to come in, take a load off, let me know. I mean, that's literally what they would say. People know they have something to hide by the way they react to being filmed. If you had nothing to hide, you would not do any of that. So even if you had nothing to hide for real, it's the last way you'd want to respond. But maybe they're trying to end it. I thought of that the other night. What if they're secretly trying to upend this place by continually doing what fails every single time? Could that even be possible? That's like way next level. Like you're subconsciously just tanking the place. If you have something to hide, you smile and stop and walk slowly. I mean, that's how you should be doing it. Just scurry around, run like hell, look at the ground, sprint. Even if you had nothing to hide, you'll never get anyone to believe that. Let's show everyone we're scared because someone's walking around the block. I mean, that's absolutely nuts. They got no excuses in here, though. These people know for a fact there are no gains. Because, when you see Scientologists defend Scientology, they're really not defending Scientology. You need to understand that. What they're defending, the best friend they have. They call them a terminal. Your favorite terminal, Fred and Susie and Jimmy, and you're saying they're good, and you're saying you're good. You're not really defending Scientology. How come you can't float through the walls to the parking lot like with your invisibility on? Come on, man. How come people who can control matter, energy, space, and time have to waste 2 hours on the 405 every day? Get out of here. And you could even do it where you just zip into the OT tunnel underneath the place where no one sees you, so you don't freak anyone out and you don't give them pneumonia. Good point, Pamela. But you know what it is? It's like, you know, I can feel it. I can feel like it's just gross for me. I can feel it. What is a Scientology mission? That's just a small. That's a really, like, when things were cracking, Scientology had what was called missions. So you could basically open one up at your house, and it would be open like, 5 to 10 or something, Monday through Friday or something like that. And it's because people couldn't drive as far as they would have, it was a long way to get to an organization, an actual org. So these missions would pop up, right? And, but now they have literally nobody. I mean, not a person in any of these places. Just nobody. So I think missions are long gone. The ideal org size for most places, and I'm not even kidding, would be a 2-bedroom apartment. You have your practical room and your practical room and your study room, and that's all you would need. It's just too difficult now. There's no way. Like in my day, with no internet, people knew this was crazy, right? Imagine now, there's no way you're not going to have some friends, unless you were an absolute shut-in. There's no way that you're not going to run into people who tell you this place is bogus, and then their best friend is Fluffer Squirrel UK, and then they show you a list of 700 streamers calling BS in this whole thing. And good luck. I mean, it's just again, they're just trying to keep the scam up right now. This thing is already dead. They're going through, I know it looks like a lot of work, right, to keep these things open, to keep people on the bridge, but they've already given up. Okay, they never would have let these windows get like this back in the day. None of this. Okay, they don't care anymore, and it's proven by the fact that they won't even pay power bills. Okay, I knew this dude who was Mormon and he couldn't pay his rent, and the church paid his rent. These guys wouldn't pee on you if you're on fire once they know you're out of money. Seriously. I saw that there's hi, David. Pinnacle year. I mean, it was really bumping when I started in the late 70s. I'd see Travolta, I'd see that dude, the guy who played the pimp on Starsky and Hutch, Michael Richards or something, I forget what his name is. But it was you couldn't fit another person in the academy. It was just packed. Celebrity Center was packed when we moved from La Brea to the Manor. This place was bumping. I would say it's sort of a tie. I would say 78 to 91, something like that. it was just hitting on all cylinders. And now it's a real estate scam. It has nothing to do with Scientology anymore. They couldn't care less. This place looks absolutely putrid. They never would have let it look like this for 2 seconds. Never. They'd have someone up there, if there was a chip on any of these, windowsills, it'd be fixed instantly. These poor bastards don't even have air conditioning. Oh my God. But yeah, well, that's why I brought up that Mormon example. I mean, Scientology has trillions of dollars, but they won't pay the power bill for ideal orgs. You got to make it go right. Well, what if we didn't? We need light to study. That's on you. Again, they take responsibility for nothing, ever. Anything crappy that happens, it's all YOU. Good morning, Linda. Hi, Pearl Snappy. I have awesome mods. That's so official. When you have a mod, you feel like, oh my God, I've arrived. Thank you, MD. Yeah, I would say those are the years where it was just booming. But I remember people always talking to protesters and, like I said, leaving them stunned. If I was the big dog over there, I would have had stools out for every protester, ice water, let them come in, show them around, do a pinch test. Next thing you know, I get them on lines. I mean, they feed this beast. If they did nothing, this wouldn't have taken off. But they can't even confront. I mean, there's nothing they can confront. They just push panic button after panic button. And the police, they can only do so much. You got to drop the charges every single time and pick up a bunch of more complaints, lawsuits. It just ain't worth it. That $25,000 check, even if it's backed up by a couple $200,000 checks no one sees, it's not enough. And I guarantee you the police tell them, look, I don't care how big the check is, bro. If I get busted, who cares? But what I do like is I know they can't be friends with anyone for long because their communication cycle is horrific. The way they speak to each other is insane. So I guarantee you it hasn't been nice with the police. They're like, you guys can't do it. And they're like, screw you, man. We're catching nothing but heat from you idiots. And you're not supposed to use the police like that anyway, The mob uses them to get driver's licenses, so they can squash some tickets. You're not supposed to use them like a battering ram. And believe me, the cops ain't behind it either. They know. Let me guess. I mean, who knows better than the cops that there's no possible way everyone hates you, but you've done nothing. Okay, they've heard that every day of their professional life. Let me guess. Everyone hates you, and you did nothing wrong. Okay, got it. Hip hip for Amy. I say the same thing. No, Isaac Hayes is another one. The guy who, hi Jay Young. Isaac, no, I'm talking about, I mean, if you're a day younger than 50, you probably don't remember the Starsky and Hutch show. But there was a guy who played a pimp in that show. I think his name was Michael Richards, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Curious about leaving Scientology? You're not alone. It's time to get the hell out. Yeah, you're right, John. It's the few celebrities left. I mean, don't forget, they got plenty of cash. But, I mean, they can get all the money they need. But, as far as money coming in, you know, without that, they got a couple super rich guys that deliver. And you got like Nancy Cartwright probably giving $5-10 mil a year. Who knows? I mean, it's crazy. But that's not even, like I said, they're far beyond that. They're far beyond worrying about that. You know, this is a completely a real estate scam, and the only way they can keep that scam moving is to pretend the church is going. But I guarantee you, it's been a long time since SOB cared about any of this stat-wise. Long time. You know, why is the first question since back in the early 2000s to today, the first thing he wants to know is who blew. That's all. Because he knows there's a point where there's just no return. And you know what? He can take the most powerful, together, wicked, half a dozen people that he wants, and he could pay him anything he pleases. He could give them all $500,000 a year just to shut up and to help out and whatever. So I mean, he can keep this train wreck going. But it's going to be with nobody, And I promise you, like, when they take they're going to take a bunch of staff out of Austin because they need them in other places, and they only put them there to make it look full. But you guys see, I watched 2 full streams in Austin where I didn't count more than 4 or 5 public. So let's say I missed a third, or 3 times that many. It's still nobody. Well, 4 times as many came out the back. Okay, so there's 20 people? I mean, it's nothing. I think Elizabeth Moss I thought she bailed from this already. They're jamming the hell out of this signal. When I was up at the observatory, it was 10 times better than this. Wow, 120 in the field. Wow, Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston, 3 monster cities. Yeah, right? This is the best we can do, gang. Santa Monica's down there. Yes. It goes Fountain and then Santa Monica. All right. Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's a weird thing, too, being around here for me, because I don't have, I just can't direct, like, venom or any real hate at 90% of these people, public or staff, because they're just victims of an absolutely brutal mind control. And I think the hard-edged marriage that we have here is to, you know, because believe me, I love hearing every negative thing shouted from the rooftops, but I love hearing every negative thing shouted from the rooftops, but we need people to not be afraid of us, and we need to be welcoming. We need to let them know. You know, you can hand it to the public too, but, you know, it's great to shout Scientology down, but at the same time, I think it's important to, like, we're the same people who are saying, come to us. So there's a fine line. And I think all of us together will meet it. You know, I want these people to know they can come to us, and we'll get them the hell out of here. And that's why we're here. And that's exactly how. We're here to help these people. We're here to get them out of here, give them their life back. And when they leave, this place falls. That's how you get rid of this place. You got to get the staff. The public's already gone. They know it. You know, clear the planet. It's been 70 years. They can't clear North Hollywood. Clear the planet. It's been 70 years and they can't clear North Hollywood. They have not cleared enough people to clear North Hollywood. Thanks, Brooke. Right. It's a tough one to... It's tough. I want to scream and shout too. I wouldn't be concerned about DOA. He said he wanted to take a couple days off. I mean, I took yesterday off. It was wonderful. I think DOA wanted to go camping for a couple days. And he's been working hard. That's right, Pearl. They just got to figure out how to act unaffected. But yeah, this is... All we need is 3, 4, 5% of the Sea Org members to bail out, and this ship is done. Done. And when people take that self-respect back, people are gonna have hope again. All you got to do is refuse to be treated like crap. What's that thing called where you love your captor? Because that's really what's going on too. You know, it's hopefully you can get beat down just a little bit less today because your stats were up yesterday. You know. I don't know, Brooke. Stockholm Syndrome, that's right. Yeah, John, I would, you know, I think everyone should do what they want to do, and I think there's no real wrong answer. Everyone should do what they want. But it's just important to keep in mind that if we're not approachable, you know, what good can we really do? The only way we take this place down is by taking those staff out of here, by taking the Sea Org members out of here. You know, they got enough money to last till 2150, you know, without another penny coming in. So, but you take them out, the thing crumbles, because even the real estate scam is over at that point. Even the real estate scam is over at that point. You know, I'd love to see, you know, hundreds of posters that are that say you are loved, things like that, and we care, and let people see those and have to take those down. You know. I think everyone knows how we feel. You know what I'm saying? It's we're sort of talking to the people who are driving by at this point. Everyone knows what we feel about the place, and you know, but it's and we got to still do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't, but we just have to also. I don't think there's any like max amount of Scientology sucks that we can do. I just think we want to match it with how much we love these people who are in here that are victims, and that we know they're victims. Because I wouldn't come out to anyone else. If you couldn't convince me that you knew I was a victim, I wouldn't come out. Ain't no way. It's too damn scary. You know, LA's not a fun place to live under an overpass, you know. You know, that little bunk becomes really important to you when it's all you got. Yeah, we just, you know, if I thought, you know, a group thought I was stupid, you know, or abusing kids or whatever, there ain't no way I'm running to them. Hell no. You know, we know it's not their fault. They are stuck here, you know. They are the victim. That's a great idea, Sandra. No one says I love you in Scientology. That never happens. You know, you have affinity for people. You don't love anybody. Because love is the one thing that's too strong, right? Love is too strong. Love is just too strong. You know, why is it 100 times harder to get, someone to disconnect from their mother than their buddy, the postman? They know this. And another thing is, I would be very weary, or like, how do I know you guys really love me type of thing, right? Because think about it. These people haven't been loved, and they haven't felt that in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And you just shut that down. It's something you no longer need. Because if you put any attention on it, it would just crush you. If you put any attention on it at all, it would just crush you. Yes, I was here in LA, yeah. It's okay, Gloria. It's also healing, But if you've been treated like crap and made to believe you're absolutely worthless unless you're doing exactly as you were told, without a hiccup, it'd be hard to believe anyone could love you, and it's the same reason I forget who asked me if I had kids, and I said no, because I was just too wrecked, and I felt like I was the definition of damaged goods, so if you're in this 25 years, I don't know how you could believe anyone could ever love you. I don't. They destroyed my family and Silva, and I knew it was crap. It was all BS. I didn't get any of the gains you're supposed to get. I haven't done a service since like 91 or 2 or something like that, 3, and that was the Purif. Like I said, I knew it was all BS, so I just couldn't say anything because it would hurt my family more, deeper and quicker. And no, they don't bother me. But they can't anyway. Like I said, they took all they could from me. There's nothing they can do to even make... They have absolutely nothing that I give a crap about that they can do. Nothing. Hi, Scientology up north. Need some more water. Thank you, Brooke. Oh, I know, that was funny. Yeah. It wouldn't make any difference. You know, he could, I don't care. There's nothing they have, there's nothing at all they can do to me I give a crap about. Now it's warming up a little bit. It's supposed to rain, but I just don't know when. Hi, St. Louis Squirrel. Hi, TW. You're watching a gap-toothed fat bastard walking around this Blue Balls building, giving them I'm just giving these guys agita, that's all. Oh yeah, they took that over a long time ago. You know what, that is a nice place to do some chalk art. Because little Davy could see it. Can you imagine how busted you'd be? He cruises in there and sees that crap. Oh man. Thank you, mods. A couple hundred, I don't know. I mean, this is it's what makes this incredibly sad is there's what have you heard from Natalie, from myself, from Laura, from Serge, you know, from everybody? So you know it's exactly the same for the Sea Org members. Those tiny little moments where you're safe, you know, that's the only time you let your real feelings out. The rest of the time, you're just as fake as you can be. And all those regimens allow those other personalities to thrive in place of you. Thank you, John. But I really think if anyone is curious about Scientology, because the one question I'm always asked is, how do you fall for this, let alone stay in it? So I did my very best to show you how it works and what it's really for, because it's never what it says. And the reason it's clever is because it's strictly mind control, but then they put the dressing on it that was needed to sell it as something else. But this is basically how mind control works without the physicality. It takes longer. I mean, if you can beat somebody constantly, you can do what Scientology does, you know, what in 4 years and 6 months. But Scientology is just as effective as any mind control anybody ever heard of. After that year or 2 year mark, depending on how much family and friends you have remaining, you are sunk. And again, when it's buffering, I just stop talking, so you didn't miss anything, except when I miss that it's buffering, then you miss everything. Thanks, C-Butt. You're right, Europe. what I try to remind myself, and if I have to remind myself, it's no wonder everyone else doesn't think about it that often, but don't forget the people we're trying to get out here are AA Ron and Natalie. Okay? Me, Laura, Serge, people those are the people we're doing this for. I would damn near guarantee you there's an 80% chance we could take any Sea Org member from out of that building right now. And as long as they were alone with us or one-on-one with me, I promise you that person would be incredibly likable. They would be in tears within minutes. Just someone loving them, having their back, making sure they're okay. Just feeling that. You would crumble. You would absolutely crumble. These are all people who wanted to help others. These are amazing people. They're willing to give up their entire life to help other people. That's what that was for. Not to become a victim in an absolutely insane cult. You know, they never thought they would be in the position they're in, I promise you. Hi, Jan. Hi, Moni. They have a food drive that they have nothing to do with. It's every 10 to 3. Again, it's another organization that just borrowing their parking lot. But it makes it look like they're doing something. I mean, there used to be events, right? Same type of crap. There used to be events, same type of crap that the church would run, and the street would be packed with Scientologists. It didn't matter if a single never-in even walked by. It was packed. You had to park 4 or 5 blocks away. Now they can't show you that no one's here. You think they hide it for any other reason? They said there were 7,000 people when there was 37 people. Here's your bag of hand sanitizer. Lucky you. Yeah, it's I'm really happy with the way I went over it, actually. So anyone who wants to know, I put it in a way you could completely understand and see why, when you put it all together, why this is so incredibly effective. And now it doesn't remain that effective much past where I've already taken you guys, but by that time you're stuck. I would love if we had a way if we were able to get pictures of these Sea Org members, and then put them on flyers saying, you know, you are loved, your family misses you, etc. You know, it's not too late, etc. Papa SAB. It's a really slow burn, Tammy. I mean, if I saw a flyer with my mug on it, you know, saying, we care, we're here for you. If I saw a picture with my mug on it and it said, we're here for you, we care, we've got your back, oh my God, it would just crush me. I'd probably run like hell with that flyer. Yeah, that's the misconception. And don't forget, you're not in here with your guard up. The reason you went in is because you did the personality test and they found your ruin, and they were the only people who gave a crap about you at that moment. Then you got love bombed. Then you took a course that was exactly what your issue was for $20, and your life started going better, and you're like, hey, here we go now. Yeah, a narcissist, I don't care how all-encompassing a narcissist is. It's not up to snuff with CIA-grade mind control. Where you're doing training drills and regiments with training drills and regiments designed to bury you. It's impossible to say Scientology wouldn't get you, because Scientology doesn't get you, you get you. We bury ourselves when we're in this thing. And I'm not saying it would have got you, by the way. I'm just saying you might have been one of the people who bailed right away, you know. Because that happens too. I wasn't lucky enough to... I wasn't lucky enough to be one of those people. I never see him out there. There's not enough people. That would be awesome, Jan. But remember, they're all viewed, you know, they have you thinking they're suppressive. They're the ones keeping you from going free, not the psychotic treatment and nonsense. Remember, when things don't go well for you, it's because you're connected to a suppressive person. No other reason. So you got to ditch your mom because she's saying Scientology sucks. You're right, St. Louis. I believe you, Tammy. There are people who are just like you said originally, and you know they're super strong, and you know they got this down. They know how to get the hell out. What occurs is, like I say, you have anyone who has your back, you got to get rid of to stay here. So if you're still here, you're obviously without people who. So if you're still here, by definition, you don't have anyone left who's talking to you about getting out. That much is for sure. They make darn sure there is no one left that's going to come help you. None. Hi, Clearwater. And it's really easy to say you would do this and that and the other, but if it would destroy your brother or your sister or your mother or your father, you're just not going to do it, more than likely. That's all. Not, some people are incredibly strong and can make it all happen, but most can't. I think it'd be cool if, there was a place, people could bolt to. If you're at this location, Thursday at 2, we got you. Something. I don't think these people can plan leaving very well. I think it's something you just sort of got to do. You literally just got to leave. I don't think there's much in the way of planning you can do here without people finding out about it. It's all good, Tammy. I'm totally cool with people having different, ideas than me too, so it's all good. As long as people are polite, I'm all good. Thanks for being here, Sin. Yeah, letting people know. Like I said, these are wonderful people in here, I'm telling you. As much as you guys, have shown your affinity for, and your love and compassion for everybody in this movement, it would be no different with 8 out of 10 of the people in that building. These would be wonderful people. Oh, yeah, it was a nail file, a screwdriver. Yeah. I don't know where that building is, or I would take you to it. I'm thinking, I don't know, is it this one where I didn't know there was a building where the old people were. I thought I thought they just put everybody wherever. I don't know if there's a building just for the old people. I don't know. Because keep in mind, the average age of a Sea Org member has got to be about 45, 50 right now. I just do not see the young people. I wasn't in the Sea Org or on staff. I was what's known as public. And since, you pay money as public, so they're not as quick to drown you. It's the A building, okay. I do not know what the A building is. Is it the one on the other side of AO? Is that what that is? If someone tells me where the hell it is, I'll go there. I don't know where that is. But just know that if you do talk to someone over here, if you're fortunate enough to be able to make that work, more than likely you're going to be dealing with one of their personalities, one of their you're not dealing with the real person inside. between Normandy and Hobart. So hard to decide where to go. Someone's finding out about Xenu in here. Someone just opened up their LRH notes and read something about Xenu and said to themselves, oh no, please not let this not be true. Yep, what you saw in South Park for free. That's what you just paid $2 million for. Is this the place you're talking about? No, 4751. I don't know. I don't know. You know, another thing I noticed watching Selfless, his drive-by of the gold base. Did anyone else pick up on this? They use the same disgusting blue, okay, on the top of every single building in the entire gold base as they use right here. What's the point of that? I need someone to tell me who knows. Because they can afford other color paint. You did, huh? Bulk purchasing. Well, why don't they? If they bought so much, how come they don't repaint this? I mean, this is horrible. We're gonna get you guys out of there. Oh my God, Brooke, I hope that's not it. You can see it from space. Oh no. Laziness. Oh, okay. Blue is Xenu's favorite color. That makes sense. Looks good from a distance. Hi, cutie. I want to know what those top floor windows are there. The wind's picking up. I know this rain is going to hit here at some point. Yep. Control is what it's always about. I mean, think about it. It's simply control. They got all the money, but this religion is history, though. This is now about real estate. We got to get these people out of here. Oh, let's see. Amy. Blue is a sign of lack of oxygen. Oh, wow. I rather be in Maui. Yeah, they don't care anymore. The wheels have already come off this thing. That's why we have a I believe the people up top know this is inevitable. They know it. No. I mean, the reason my family moved down here was because of this piece of crap. So we really didn't go anywhere. You know, there was no, outside of the ship in Clearwater, there was just no need to go to another place, right? I mean, that's why we were here. So, all right, CB. Well, that's why you're going to hear me continue to preach about being approachable and making sure our message is, loud and clear that yes, while we believe everything we're saying and everything we're saying is true about this place, all the garbage, we're here for the good people. We're here for the good people. We know you're stuck. We know you never wanted to be a part of this, and this is a hellhole. And we want to help you. This is the big one, and also Florida and East Sussex, Grinstead in the UK, and the ship, I guess. I mean, even if a Sea Org member came out, and flipped me off, I know that's not, who that person is. That's who they're trying to act like. Okay. If that person was with me for 15 minutes alone over at Denny's, they'd be crying in their oatmeal. I promise you that, and they'd be absolutely willing to go anywhere. But this is their life. They're hanging on by a thread, man. They lose this. They're literally on an overpass, sleeping under an overpass like the people they told to screw off many years ago told them they would eventually be. So you're. It's all good. This, I look at it like this. I'm in that room. Aaron's in that room. Natalie's in that room. Laura's in that room. And I know we just want to scream and shout, and we should, but these people need to know we're here to get them out of here. And thank you so much to my mods. You guys are awesome. I just want every Sea Org member to know that if you can confront a month in that place, getting your life together is going to be a breeze in comparison. A breeze. A walk in the park. These guys scurry around, so it makes us want to just start screaming when we have a chance instead of just saying, hey, I appreciate you. If you ever want out, look us up, and just plant those seeds. No, it's Mayor Z, no, it's going big. I mean, we always have more people than we did before. I didn't see Serge dramatizing an auditing session, but yeah, it is harrowing. Yeah, DE, they do. But again, this is this. I mean, it's easy to say you have nothing to lose, but you know, the less you have, the more it means to you. You know, if you bust into Tom Cruise's house and take one of his 750 100-inch TVs, he's not going to lose much sleep over it. You bust into someone's, 200 square foot crib where they got a Budweiser phone and a black and white 5-inch TV. You take that TV, he might knock you in the head with a bat. So when all you have is that stupid little bunk bed, at least you got food. You should see what I take with me for 4 days in wine country. Imagine if you're going to leave someplace with no idea what's going to happen. It's the first day of the rest of your life. You got 11 cents and some lint in your belly button. That's what you're leaving with. Hi, Magnus.
Te interrumpo. ¿Dónde está la iglesia donde regalan comida?
¿Es what?
Una iglesia donde regalan comida.
No entiendo.
When the church can see can food. One church, the white color of the church.
What about it?
Yeah, church for food. Take a shower or food. A lot of people help over there. Over there over somewhere.
A shower?
Yeah, I think shower with the church over there.
I don't know what you're speaking about. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I don't know if there's a place to shower. I have no idea what he's saying. Oh, I didn't know there was one. Okay. No idea. All right. Next person who asks me, I'll be prepared. I'm sure it would. If I handed someone a bag with toothbrush, body lotion, shampoo, some wet wipes, a razor, 2 packs of cigarettes, they'd probably follow me around for the next week. Yo entiendo comida. Yo entiendo mucho, pero not, he spoke really, really low, and all his words were mushed together, so I couldn't figure out what the hell he was saying, except something about a shower. Yeah. It's okay, they can't stop us. Again, whoever's working the jam and stuff, they didn't sign up to do that either. Everyone knows it. I would imagine they would be under strict instructions to take nothing from us. They're not supposed to communicate with us, not supposed to do anything with us. What? There was someone in that room, just moved that around. No, that's another one rally. The process server in mine. That's absolutely true. Well, okay, gang. I'm gonna call it good. I feel it's cool to give the replay crew some love. Let them watch some stuff, you know, when it's not 2 a.m. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much to the mods and for every last one of you, because I don't know. It could be anyone listening right now. Could be the reason one of these people gets out. How you doing?
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Morning. And we're going to get this done. And these people are going to get their lives back. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. I will speak with you soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care now.